weekend was. It was not good. I'll tell you that right now, but I'll save that one for last. I'll save my little rant for the end on the Cowboys, because once I start, I may never stop. So, anyway, playoffs are on. Let me know how y'all's teams did down below. We'll start off with the Browns and the Texans here. And the Texans absolutely destroyed the Browns at home. Yeah, I picked the Browns in this one. I thought Joe Flacco was gonna have a big game in this one, but man, Texans they're good, man. And with C.J. Stroud, they're gonna be good for a long time. You got Nico there. He is a beast as well. And they don't even have Tank Dell right now. But they're playing great. I forgot who is the Texans. Brevin Jordan. That dude is a fast tight end, man. Absolutely torched him for a big touchdown. Singletary's had a heck of a year as well since coming on to the Texans, taking over a little bit for Damian Pierce. But yeah, tough ending for the Browns. It's been, a really up and down season for them. The fact that they ended up 11-6 is really impressive, though. Losing Chubb very, very early on, and then no Deshaun, and he wasn't really playing great anyway. So I'll be interested to see what the Browns do at quarterback, because he really hasn't played well for them for most of his time there. But they also, they really kind of kneecapped themselves with the whole contract situation. They gave him so much money guaranteed. Yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. But Texans are on to the next round, and I'm excited to watch them play. So hats off to all you Texans fans out there. Probably pretty hyped, as you should be, with 45 points at home. That's insane. Next up, we got the Dolphins at the Chiefs, and I picked the Chiefs in this one. I thought it was going to be a bit closer. It was an extremely cold game. We didn't get any true snow games so far. There's still plenty of time, which was pretty surprising considering all the weather over the past weekend. We even got snow here in Texas, which never happens. It's I think it was 10 degrees out today, which, that's insane here in Texas. That just doesn't really happen. But yeah, for this game, I want to say the wind chill was in the negative 20s, which is crazy. So you got a team from Miami coming up to play in that weather. I thought it was going to be a recipe for disaster. I thought the game would be, I thought it would be come down towards the end and maybe Chiefs pull away, but Dolphins would have a chance, but they never really did. And yeah, Chiefs are tough to beat at home in those conditions. So they move on to the next round here. Skip that game. That game sucked. Next up, we got the Rams and the Lions. This was a really, really good game. Really impressive for the Lions, and really cool for Jared Goff too. I know before the game he said that he wasn't there was no added motivation to win this game, but there was for sure. You're playing against the team that traded you away, and actually Stafford got booed a lot more than I thought he would, which is kind of crazy, man, because he did a lot for that organization. That was kind of a bummer to see, because he played through pretty much every injury you can think of when he was on the Lions, and it kind of looked like he got concussed towards the end of the game. Not gonna lie, he took a big first playoff win since 1991, which is insane. So congrats, any Lions fans out there. I bet you guys are feeling awesome. After that, man, Dan Campbell, what a freaking coach, dude. That guy's awesome. Like, that's it. Like, I would run through a million brick walls for that guy. He is, like, that's a motivator right there. That dude is, yeah, he would be a lot of fun to play for. But yeah, they take home the 1-point win there. Kind of we'll see how, like, what kind of news comes out about Tyler Higbee, but he took a pretty nasty hit, like, directly to the knee. Knee is not supposed to go that way, and I think it was the same guy who injured Hawkinson. I might be wrong, but I think that's right. I think it's the same dude injured Hawkinson the same way, and just it's a terrible hit, man. Just diving straight for the knees, not even really going for the tackle, not wrapping up. It's legal. It's a legal hit, but I hope they take a look at that in the off season and make like a change to that. I hate that hit. It just really sucks, but yeah, Lions get the dub there. There were some missed calls and everything, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Big dub for the Lions, and they move on here. Next up, we got the Bills and the Steelers. Steelers kind of made it a game a little bit in the second half, but Bills kind of dominated this one. I was really hoping that they would play this on Sunday, but if you guys saw the videos of the stadium in Orchard Park there, New York, it was pretty bad. You basically couldn't see like 20 feet in front of you. It was insane. And the fact that they were able to get that field cleaned up was pretty crazy. I would have loved to have seen a snow game. We still have more time. But yeah, I picked the Bills here. Oh, I picked the Rams on this one too. Missed that one. I did take the Bills here. I didn't think they would, I just didn't really see a situation where the Steelers would win this game, unfortunately, but the Bills are just, they just got a better squad there, but they do move on to the second round. Next up, we got the Eagles at the Buccaneers. I actually picked the Eagles to win this game. They did not have A.J. Brown, and A.J. Brown actually recently deleted all of his Instagram posts, I think, that involved the Eagles in any way. So, interesting move. I don't know, it's so weird nowadays that players will just, like, do that just to show how unhappy they are. I mean, they know everyone's gonna see it. So, I don't know what you do with that, because you got a player who is going to do that. They know it's going to be a story. They know it's going to come up in the locker room. Do you really want that guy around your team? Like, sure, like, he can ball out. He can get, like, 1,500 yards, but if he's tearing apart the team from the inside out, is it worth it? I don't know. So we'll see how that plays out. In the offseason here, big win for the Buccaneers, 32-9. Baker Mayfield with 337 and 3 touchdowns. Just a dominant performance start to finish. And possibly Jason Kelsey's last game. I feel like they've been saying that for the past, 4 years, but I think this could actually be his last game. So, I don't know. Eagles, I feel like that loss sort of encapsulates how the end of their season went. They went on a hot start. I think they finished this season 1-6. started out, like 27 nothing, I think. And it was clear. It was like really clear from the very first drive. Packers take the ball. Confidence, gotta respect it. They take the ball and they just run it down our throats the entire first drive. Just absolutely killed us. There was no answer. I mean, so many times, like, the Cowboys are playing a soft zone, and there is nobody within, like, 5-10 yards of a guy. So many wide open people on the Packers, just, picking up an easy 20, 30, 40 yards, like, multiple times during the game. Romeo Doubs, 6 catches for 151, 1 touchdown. I don't know what the deal was. It's really clear that they were not ready to play that game for whatever reason. And, as a Cowboys fan, are they ever ready to play in the playoffs? Like, what's it gonna take to get them ready to play in the playoffs? I just don't get it. Like, you ride a 16-game home win streak into the Packers, who, they're 9-8. I know they have some studs on offense and on defense, but the Cowboys are, I think they're 7.5-point favorites at home. 16-game win streak. You're playing against Jordan Love. I know he balls out, but it's his first playoff appearance. You would think that, I don't know, we would cook up something to put some kind of pressure on him, make him a little uncomfortable, but he never looked uncomfortable at all. I mean, nobody on the Packers did. They just completely steamrolled the Cowboys the entire game. 48-32. It might as well have been 48 million, because we never had a chance. That 32 points it's nothing. I mean, it's nothing. Those 400 yards, it's nothing. Oh man, I'm a little salty about it, not gonna lie. So, I don't know, this is why I told myself earlier on in the season not to get hyped about this team, because, same shit, different year. I mean, it really is. There's no reason. I've been a lifelong fan, and I missed all of the Super Bowls, so I've only been here for all of the devastating moments, and that's, basically every year, pretty much, if we make the playoffs. So, I don't know. The Cowboys, they look soft, they look weak. To just let the Packers come in like that and just absolutely kill you, it's terrible. I mean, and then that pick 6 that Dak throws, where he's, it's pretty clear that he's just trying to get the ball to CD. You got CD running a slant, but you have Brandon Cooks running a slant inside of CD. Linebacker drops on CD, so he's essentially double covered, which leaves Brandon Cooks wide open, and then he just forces it to CD, and then, after that, I was like, well, this game is over. But yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't even know where to begin. Maybe other Cowboys fans out there can help me out. I really think it starts at the top. I think it starts with Jerry stepping down as GM and not giving it to his son, not giving it to, I don't know, some family member. Let actual NFL GMs run the team, because, I mean, the results speak for themselves over the past, 25 years, I think. Maybe more. No, probably like almost 30 years. I mean, it is what it is. I say bring Bill Belichick in, let him coach the team, let him run football operations as well, let him be GM. Just let the man do whatever. I mean, he built a dynasty in New England, and clearly we don't have anyone that can do that here. So, yeah, and I mean, Dan Quinn, do you keep him? I don't even know. The defense got murdered, 48 points. I mean, they look like they didn't even want to be out there for most of the game. So, I don't know. And I'm getting real tired of Micah. Gosh, I gotta stop. You know what? I'll just finish this. I'm getting real tired of Micah, talking so much on the podcast, but just never really backing it up. He disappears in big games. It's true. I mean, it is what it is. That's kind of his history right now, and there's plenty of time to change that. But I mean, that's a fact. So, yeah, less talk, more action for me. And can we just make it about football and not like the Cowboys brand? Like, please, for the love of God. Anyway, Cowboy season is over, and we get ready for next year. So we'll see. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of moves made in the off season. I mean, just gut the whole team. Honestly, who cares? Just blow it up. Well, not completely. We still had 12 wins, but you know what I mean. Anyway, all that to say, Packers played a heck of a game. Jordan Love looks really good in his first playoff debut. I mean, it was really impressive. He looked really, I'm not gonna compare him to Rodgers, but I mean, he looked really good. And Aaron Jones, it's just every time he plays the Cowboys, he just goes berserk. How old is he? 29, okay. Dang, man. Gosh, every time we play him, dude, he is so good. Alright. Anyway, moving on here, because that was a lot. Anyway. So we got the Texans at the Ravens. That'll be a good one. We got Packers at Niners, Bucks at Lions, and then Chiefs at Bills. Oh. A rematch. So 49ers are the biggest favorites here. Ravens are the second biggest favorites. Oh, you know what? I should also probably point out that the Cowboys were the only home team to lose this past weekend. So, just a little fun fact right there. Fun stuff. Alrighty. So we got Texans at the Ravens. So we got 28 degrees and a little cloudy, partly sunny, I'm not sure. So the weather could be a factor this weekend. I mean, 20 and cloudy for the night game. Chiefs and Bills here. That'll be indoors right there. Dude, that's crazy that the Lions tickets have been so expensive. They've been the most expensive of any playoff games so far. Okay, anyway, I think, gosh, I would love to see the Texans win. I have to easily the best matchup the Lions could have asked for right here. Another home game for them as well. That's going to be a good game, man. I'm going to take the Lions on this one. I guess I'm taking like pretty much all the home teams so far. But yeah, give me the Lions here at home against the Buccaneers. We'll see. I mean, the Buccaneers, their offense is kind of hit or miss. If they're on, they're on, and you know they could make it a game. But we'll see. I like the Lions though. I've got a lot of faith in them at home. They've been playing really well there this season. So next up we got the Chiefs and the Bills. This is kind of turning into like a classic matchup here in the AFC. Chiefs and Bills. Bills are at home this time, so we shall see. Is Taylor Swift going to be there? I'm sure ESPN will let us know if she is. Gosh, I don't know. I think this is a game that's going to come down to Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and especially if whether or not Josh Allen can take care of the football. He's been very turnover prone this year, especially. He's kind of hit or miss. On it, like he can be a turnover machine sometimes. Chiefs, they're hard to bet against in the playoffs. Really tough to bet against in the playoffs. But the Bills are out for revenge. Definitely out for revenge. Give me the Bills here. This is a coin flip game. It really is. Give me the Bills at home. I like them at home. If it was on the road, I would probably pick the other way. But give me the Bills here, and let's keep an eye on that weather. Could definitely make things interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me know who you guys are rooting for this weekend. Should be a really good set of games here. I'll definitely be. I'm gonna watch all of them. I'll watch every single one of them. It'll help take my mind off the Cowboys for now. But yeah. Anyway, if there's any Cowboys fans out there, I feel your pain. This weekend sucked, but next year is our year. Not really. We'll see. Anyway, that'll do it for this one, guys. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was relaxing. And if you did like it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I will see you all next time.